Margie, and welcome back to my kitchen. It's very early in the morning and I'm getting ready to have a cup of coffee. And one of my favorite types of coffee is a coffee that has some spice in it. Right around this time of the year, we just had Halloween, and I've started to do that. I actually don't put spice always in my coffee, but around this time of the year, it's a lot of fun. And my son also loves like a pumpkin spice coffee. So what we're going to talk about first are the spices that you might want to use. There are many spices that are called, they're like a sweet spice, something you would use in baking, as opposed to spices that you would use in your meats. And this is a collection that I have now. You can really use any spice that you like. So you just have to sort of take a look at all your spices. These are the ones I like to use, is the cinnamon and the nutmeg and allspice. But of course you can really, if you like other spices, I love mace. I have never really actually tried that, but it smells really nice to me, and I think a little bit of that might, smells so good, might be really good in coffee. This is cardamom, which is wonderful in desserts. If you like that as a spice, you could sprinkle a little of that in there. Clove is something that is part of a pumpkin pie, but I wouldn't like that in my coffee, so I don't put it in. And ginger is certainly part of a pumpkin pie spice, but I also wouldn't like that in there. So this is a collection of different spices, but the ones I mostly use are the allspice, the nutmeg, and the cinnamon. So you really do need just to determine how much coffee you're going to make, and it is so much to taste, but you don't want to be sprinkling the spices directly on your coffee because they'll float, and it's just a big mess. So the best way to get spice flavor into your coffee would be to just to sprinkle a little bit. Now this is my coffee filter, and you determine how much coffee you're going to make. I have 6 cups, so I have 6 cups of cold water here, which I'm just going to go ahead and pour into my coffee pot. And then I have you want to put the spices on the bottom of your filter. So I'm going to try to get a little closer up to show you what I do. Just take a little spoon. I have a little 1/4 teaspoon here. This is a 1/4 teaspoon. Here's my cinnamon. So I'm just going to take a little bit out. I have 6 cups of water. Just put a little bit in the bottom of your, however much you really like. You may only want cinnamon in your coffee, so that's fine. So I'm using my 1/4 teaspoon, but you can really do it any way you like. Now nutmeg is a little stronger, but I happen to like it, so I'll put a little there. Even if you have a little tiny bit of spice in there, that's nice as well. It doesn't have to be really spicy. Just give a hint of flavor, or you might like more. So this is so much to taste. You can put these into little salt and pepper shakers, these spices, separately or together, whatever. It's nice to not really mix them all together, because then you can do something a little different each time. Okay, but the important thing is the spices go in the bottom of your filter. Okay, allspice is very nice too. It's kind of like, it's almost like nutmeg to me, with a little twist. But those really are the spices that are in pumpkin pie. Okay, is the allspice, the nutmeg, and the cinnamon. So now we'll go ahead and we'll put our coffee in. Let's see what kind of coffee I have here from the commercial. Okay, so for 6 cups of coffee, I'm going to sprinkle that right over my spice. It's just 3 slightly rounded tablespoons. I do like my coffee strong. Okay, we'll go ahead and we'll get that started. Well, now the coffee is done, but we have to let the coffee actually drain out of the filter for a moment. So we'll go ahead and I'll pour a cup. And of course, you can make your coffee any way you like, but some of the things I like in it are my half and half. That's always a treat. More of a treat than it probably should be. I have it mostly all the time. So I'm going to go ahead and put some cream in it. And I'm going to put a little bit of my, just to make it a little more holiday-ish, I'm going to put some whipped cream on top, which I often do this in the morning, a little bit of whipped cream on top all through the year. Now I have cinnamon here in a container, and I also have nutmeg, but nutmeg is my favorite. You know, you can actually get a little grater and get fresh, and that's really good too. I do that on nutmeg. Just go ahead and sprinkle that on, and it really does make for a very nice morning cup of coffee. So thanks for joining me, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.